Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks. Trust me, Garrett, where after a turkey of a 1-3 Thanksgiving week, Daddy drops to 24-28 overall, 46% against the Vegas spread, with my only win coming on a Dallas Cowboys cover, who, with the addition of Quinn and Williams, now alongside Kenny Clark, not only have one of the best pass rushes in the league, but the duo leads an inspired defense that's been playing in honor of late teammate Marshawn Nealand and killing it lately. Going 3-0 after being so shaken by his passing, they've stopped everyone else from doing it. See how I did that? Wow, I sure hope they covered with my pick last night. In the meantime, who cares? That's a great joke. Now, let's try to top that one with these four Geno's picks. My first pick, the Ravens are giving 6 and a hook to the Steelers in Baltimore. The Ravens have had 10 days to think about a loss that was as embarrassing as it was sketchy. But while they've had 10 days to recover from the return of Joe Burrow, the Steelers have had a week of listening to fans call for the exit of Mike Tomlin. And I can't say I blame them, as the guy's had an amazing run. But after 19 seasons, it's time to move on. And it's interesting, I would say it's fitting he's been around so long, on of all teams Pittsburgh, as this is the franchise whose owner, Dan Rooney, invented the rule named after him, the Rooney Rule, which is basically one of the earliest versions of DEI. And like the reputations of the very people DEI was made for, it doesn't work. Yep. Fun fact, before the Rooney Rule, 4.5% of coaches were black. Then with its institution, it grew to a quarter of the coaches in the league. And after only 4 of those 24 head coaches won more than 55% of their games, common sense won out, with the final straw coming in the most racist of all the country, New England, where the Patriots are the best team in the NFL this year under some white guy named Mike Vrabel versus the bottom feeders of the league last year under Jared Mayo. Hey, decide for yourself. There are 4 other black coaches in the league, 4.5 if you include Mike McDaniels. And without Tomlin's impressive record, they ain't wowing anyone, which is why this is a crazy, stupid rule. And I'm starting to think it got its name from Rooney's Asian assistant, who, when he suggested it, said, "That is a Rooney rule." Maybe it's time to invoke the rule of another famous Pittsburgh athlete, a boxer, who dispatched many a black man, and fire him under the Cooney rule. Thanks, Steve. Steve did that. Give me the Ravens and a big bounce back this week. I'll take the Ravens and lay the 5.5. Should we even do the other 3?
That was a long pick.
Shut up. My next pick, not as long. The Packers are laying 6 and hook to the Bears in Green Bay. This will be fast, baby. This line is begging you to take the Bears, and for good reason, because Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams have been all anyone is talking about of late. And for good reason, as after an 0-2 start, they've won 9 of their last 10 and 5 straight. Yeah, over the Bengals, Vikings, Giants, Steelers, and Eagles. All teams in decline. But while that was going on, no one's been paying attention to the Packers, who haven't been too shabby either, winning 6 of their last 8. And it's why you don't realize Love is better than Williams in every category, completing 67% of his passes to his 58, and with 2 fewer picks and 2 more passing TDs. In fact, I bet you know Caleb went to USC, but I have no idea where Love went. Utah State. Don't feel too bad. The only thing the Beehive State is known for anymore is it's where someone put a bee in Charlie Kirk's bonnet. In fact, at this point, they should change the slogan on the license plate from the Beehive State to the same thing I'm going to say to anyone who takes the Bears this week. Sorry, Charlie. Take the Packers and lay the 6.5. Why aren't you two laughing? My next pick. The Texans are getting 3 and a hook from the Chiefs in KC. Wow. Something tells me that hook is going to be far more useful than any of the hooks you've used hanging lights this Christmas, as the 6-6 Chiefs have struggled all season. Hey, in their defense, they've been missing help this season from the biggest chief of all, the chief of officiating. The officials who in the past always found a holding call on the opposing team whenever things to get a bit dicey, they've all but vanished. And as a result, Chiefs cannot seem to get their defense off the field on third downs any more than their offense can convert on them. Well, it ain't going to get any better against the D'Amico Ryans defense that will come at them with a ton of schemes that will keep Pat Mahomes off balance. And this is why I love the Texans to cover. The only reason I'm not flat out calling for Houston to win is the fact that any white man Andy Reid's age has seen every scheme a black guy can throw at him. Texans cover. That guy in there is in his 20th. Give me the Texans and the 3 and a hook I'm getting. Which brings me to my double your money Monday night bet. The Chargers are getting 2 and a hook from the Eagles at SoFi. In case you're wondering why the Eagles have been struggling on offense, look no further than offensive tackle Lane Johnson. 35-year-old has missed the last 2 games after suffering a Liz Frank sprain against the Lions. And without him, Jalen Hurts' passer rating drops under 70, and Saquon Barkley runs like he's over 70. Boom. Look for the Chargers defense to step up in this one behind guys you may never have heard of, like number 45, Tui Tuipulotu. That's right. Who is nothing to sneeze at with 10 sacks already this season. And Tarheeb Steele, whose first name is spelled Still, but after saying the second syllable of his name, your reflex is to say Steele. Well, good luck trying to include his middle name, Skilled, and not say Tarheeb's killed Charlie Kirk. There's more, but I don't care. I'm taking the Chargers because I have to. And the 2.85 I put in the teleprompter that they're getting. That's going to be a big 0.3. Those are Geno's picks. We'll see you on the football show.
Oh, no, it wasn't recording.
I don't care. I'll do it again. And
it was recording.
Tarheeb's killed.